the fundamentals of organization structure. And the organization structure talks about the formal reporting relationships, the number of levels, and the span of control, the grouping of individuals, creation of departments, design of systems, how communication, coordination, and integration of efforts work, and we'll define a structural framework and interactions. Do you guys remember when we talked about the organization chart? Remember when we talked about the levels? We have level 1, level 2, level 3. Remember the span of control? Span of control means how many people report to you. Do you see? There are some big boss, they have 8 people report to them. There are some big boss, they have only 2. So the span of control, how many follow? And then the grouping of individuals. How do we group people? Accounting department, IT department, or do we make it business intelligence department and web applications department? So how we group them and how we create departments. And then we will talk about how the design works. If you remember this organization chart, we have here the CEO. Do you remember what's a CEO? A Chief Executive Officer. And this is like the big boss. Normally this will be like the owner, or maybe this person is the manager assigned by the board of directors. Do you see? Or maybe this will be the chair of the board, depending on how the company is structured. But it's important to understand how this position is formed inside your company, right? Here we have VPs, 1, 2, 3, vice president, and here I've got a director. This is for human resource. See, in this company, they have a full department for people. So this department, their job is to train people and to benefits administrator. So does this company focus on their people? Yes, they have a full department for them. They have a director job to show you this company management strategy is focused on people. They also focus on 2 things, the finance and the manufacturing. Does this company focus on marketing?
No.
They don't have a department for the marketing. So maybe that's part of their design. Remember when you design your home, some people have big kitchen, some people have small kitchen. Why do you do a big kitchen? If you're planning to do a lot of cooking, a lot of guests, every day. If you're planning to eat out, small chicken will be enough, right? So here we've got this manufacturing company. They have a plant superintendent and a maintenance superintendent. So obviously maintenance is a big issue. And we also have here a finance, which shows a chief accountant and a budget analyst. How many levels we have?
3.
What is the span of control for this guy? The span of control for this guy? 2. They have 2 people. This guy is span of control. This guy controls other 2. This guy controls 3. Do you guys see that?
Yes.
Now, a vertical and a horizontal information flow. Traditional organizations designed for efficiency. Centralized authority focused on the top level decision making. While in a learning organization, it emphasizes communication, collaboration, decentralized authority focused on shared tasks and directions. So, if you think about the company, if the decision making is here and everything goes vertical, for example, if this guy needs to talk to this guy, they have to go back to the CEO and the CEO will take a decision and come back. If this guy wants to make a decision, they have to check with the CEO before they run a training. If this person wants to close the accounting, they have to check with the CEO before. So every time you go back to the CEO for decisions, that's more vertical and that's more traditional. In a learning organization, which is a more modern organization structure, it says we've got more horizontal communication. So this person will check with all of these before they make a decision. And maybe the decision is not always on the top. Maybe this guy here can take the decision. Do you see? So here, if we have a new training program, maybe I want to check with the budget, check with the superintendent, the people are available, and then I will make the decision and maybe inform the CEO. Okay? So that's the difference between a traditional organization and a learning organization. You guys got the difference? Traditional, centralized, more vertical. Learning, more decentralized, more horizontal. Do you understand the communication, vertical and horizontal? When these people together talk to each other, that's more horizontal. If these people can't talk like this, rather they have to talk back to the big boss, that's more vertical. Got it? Excellent. Here we've got the efficiency versus learning outcomes. Here it shows you the vertical orientation and the horizontal orientation. And the horizontal organization designed for learning. The more horizontal talking, the more we learn. Do you see? For example, when students do a group project, they talk to each other, they do more horizontal learning, right? Because if I'm here sitting and you talk to me and I talk to you, that's more vertical, right? Because now we're not on the same level. So the more horizontal we talk, the more we're learning. And the more vertical we talk, the more we are traditional maybe. So let's see. In a horizontal structure, we've got more shared tasks. So you have a project, you all work together on it. Okay. We have more empowerment. People have more power, more authority. You do whatever you want. Do you see? More relaxed hierarchy. You guys know what we mean by relaxed hierarchy and strict hierarchy? Strict hierarchy, it means you have to go back to your boss before you do anything. While relaxed hierarchy, you don't have to go to your boss on everything. Do you see?
Flexible.
More flexible. And there are less rules. In a more vertical structure, we have a lot of rules. Very strict hierarchy. And here we have horizontal structure, it's horizontal communication. Vertical structure, more vertical communication. And then we've got this many teams and task force. Here we have no teams or few teams. And maybe we have integrators. Do you guys know what's an integrator? An integrator, a guy who comes and makes sure all the people work together. Do you see? So sometimes if we have very strict vertical, and here another vertical, let's say inside the manufacturing plant, everyone follow their boss. Inside the marketing department, everyone follow their boss. But you have to have some integrators. Some people who, make these people talk together, right? Let's say you have a new promotion. You have to make sure the people in the plant or in the manufacturing facility at least see it, right? So those people, their job is integration. How we make sure we're all, what is this? Integration, good. And then here more decentralized, horizontal, here more centralized. Did you guys get this? If you got it, raise your hand. You guys are amazing. If you didn't get it, you have a question, tell me.